Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Creature Corner. My name is Jared Krichevsky. I am a real person, a concept artist, creature character designer, 3D modeler, viz dev. I draw things sometimes. I'm also a teacher at Gnomon School of Visual Effects, where I teach creature sculpting and modeling, as well as now intro to ZBrush. That'll be fun. Got a full term ahead. Huge classes, massive classes, just so many people jumping in. It's going to be really exciting. Anyway, this is episode 44, I think. 45, 44. We're up there. Part 8 of our Cenobite series with myself and Matt Millard. Speaking of, guess who I've got right here? It's Tarble Dartons.
It is Tarble Dartons.
It's Tarble Dartons.
What's up, brother man?
What's up, brother man? So we're on part 8 of our Cenobite series.
Not bad.
8.
16 hours in, including drawing.
Yeah.
So,
including yeah. So 9.
Yeah, probably
9, 10.
Probably 100. Probably 100.
Feels like a lot, but we've been hanging, and we've been hanging out, working on these guys for a long time. So thank you all for sticking with us. We're about to jump on board, show you what we got. We're going to do a little check-in, and then we'll dive straight into it.
We're gonna dive.
So this is where I left off.
Oh yeah, you started giving them the old samurai pants there.
Yeah. Well, I haven't. It's nothing but like flat geometry. So we're gonna sculpt on that, make it feel more clothy, add some stitching.
Mm-hmm.
Today, basically, the goal is to finish the stitching because I have some spots left over, and then we're gonna start maybe burying some hooks in there, making sense of the kind of like pulled kind of stuff. But it's all detailing and accessories at this point. I was thinking about yours earlier as well, Matt, and I want to put some more like belts and leather straps and all that other stuff.
It looks sick, man.
Well, it's finally starting to come together, with all the color and detail and everything.
Yeah, that's great, dude. I love how you kind of mimicked the split neck in a lot of different spots, especially on the back of the neck.
Yeah.
On the chest area, down the tail. Yeah, that looks great, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, finding one thing that really helps is finding a shape that you like.
Yeah, just that shape.
You say like, okay, this is the shape. And I'm going to put that shape everywhere. And then suddenly you've built a shape language.
Dude, can we see it gray?
Yes. I was going to do a gray next. But
sick, dude.
Yeah, just finishing the stitching. That's a goal today. And then I want to work on these.
That looks awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Work on these samurai cloth. Get some hooks in there.
Dude, it looks great. That is big, man. Yeah.
And Matt and I have been debating, probably before every single time we go on, Matt and I are like, okay, do we do something different today?
Are we calling it?
We call it? Do we do, because this is our last stream before October. Do we do, because we want to do it in October? But Matt and I are also like, well, we put this much time in, it would suck to not have an investment, afterwards. So maybe we'll leave that up to you guys. You tell us what you want to see. I definitely feel like we got some pieces that we've got to do before Halloween.
Dude,
we have to do some very Halloween-y stuff.
The gray render, the anatomy, everything, dude. It looks so good.
He's turning into a proper boy now.
Yeah, he's a gentleman.
He is a gentleman and a boy, and he's getting very pugnacious.
It's pugnacious and vivacious.
Vivacious and quite lively. So that's where we're at. I don't know. That's
Quite
where
lively.
we're at today. And then that's my goals for tonight at least. And then Matt Milley.
It's me.
Silly Matt Milley.
Silly Millie. That's what they always talk about with me. Here we go. Let's take a look. Here is my dragon. What have I done? Anything? Did a lot of stuff. You know, we added those bonus. We kind of got some design in on the elbows here, like a buildup of the.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's everywhere.
Cool. I did. I think in between streams, I had like half an hour I put into this. I elongated the hands, made the legs a little bigger. That was it. But yeah, man. I mean,
those arms look. They do look a little longer.
I think I've got, like I'm thinking with the costume elements, I did decide to actually, and then for the other half hour I spent on this, I just kind of organized the damn scene because there's like 700 million things in here.
There gets a point where you have to just like start cleaning stuff up. And depending on how you've managed it from the get-go.
There it is. Okay, yeah, so I was going to have this kind of leather strap or this leather covering going over the top of the wings here, like this. I'm taking that off. I don't like that.
You don't like it?
Yeah, I think I'm going to leave those wings bare and then just have the kind of back panels tied into his suit back here somewhere.
Yeah.
So cool. I think today is more refining anatomy, getting in here and really establishing the wounding, right? So I'll go in and like really dig into these cuts and stuff like that, get it all nice.
Smart. Yeah.
Nice and gruesome, up to the level of everything else. But as far as costume elements go, I think I'm locked in.
I think you're there, man. Yeah.
Any
more would feel like too much. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm locked in. I just need to go musculature, anatomy. I'm going to hit these feet for the first time in 18 episodes, and let's check it out. Great. I know the wings, man.
I still haven't done any major work.
The wings might be personal time. So yeah, let's see. There you go. Let's check it out. Let's turn these other lights off. So yeah, here we are.
Hey, cool. Yeah. Looks great. I still love the face. I love the flesh that wraps over the muzzle.
Yeah, Angelique style.
Yeah, I like that. That's super cool.
Yeah, and I've said it 100 times, but I think what I'm going to start with, well, now I keep saying I'm going to make swords, but
I know, dude.
I'm going to make swords one day.
I'm in the same mode because like I need to start making swords and other props, and
we'll get there. But today's anatomy hangout day and
Noodle Fest.
Just hanging out with our friends.
Hanging out with our buddies.
Fingernail, what's up?
Man.
The one and only Fingy.
The only Fingy nail.
Let's do it. Okay, so, I mean, what? Stuff is going on. We saw things. We like stuff. What's the deal?
Well, we were going to talk about the Munsters, but you took a nap, right?
Yeah, I like how I started that. I was like, we got to watch the Munsters before the stream. And then I didn't make it.
You didn't make it, right? Like, so here I am doing my part.
I know, man. You're amazing. I will say that I did watch about half an hour or 45 minutes of it. And honestly, it was pretty awesome.
Really, dude, like if you enjoyed like the first half hour, the last 2 hours are pretty much the same.
Yeah, I thought I was like, yo, is this Rob Zombie's calling? Like, did he finally find his little?
It feels like
I thought it was really funny.
I mean,
Really
it is.
kitschy. It was good.
Yeah, it's cheesy. It's cheesy and it's silly, and that's the whole way through. That also kind of goes with the Munsters themselves.
Oh, I mean,
So,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's pretty much stayed in tone. I don't think like doing like a hardcore gritty Munsters really makes a lot of sense, especially if you have like the Addams Family or whatever. It feels like he saw Hotel Transylvania and was like, oh, it's gonna be like this.
Yeah.
But it's like that with real people.
I thought the whole time I was watching it, I was like, okay, so I feel like this dude's like maybe finding some of his voice, and then also I was like, poor guy just wanted to make brutal movies, and the best one he made was a PG movie.
Yeah, and he's like, he's really good at the silly stuff.
Yeah, that's funny. But man,
I guess you start out with one intent, and you end up somewhere you didn't expect.
Yeah, you end up with your hams in your pants.
Your hams in your pants. You're carrying 2 hams.
You've got double
full size cured hams,
double stacked, full sized tropical maple syrup hams.
Honey smoked rotisserie hams.
Yeah, they're rotisserie hams too, so they sit there for a while.
They sit there on a spit. But it's good, man. I liked it, and I thought it was silly.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, again, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I kind of blew it. But man, thought it was funny. What I did see.
What he did see, he liked it a little bit. I watched that whole thing, and I was like, well, I liked it.
Fingernail asked a very important question.
Never heard.
This is actually something I wanted to touch on. Fingernail Plays. Thank you for asking this question. Did y'all see the final trailer for Halloween Ends? Yes, I did. But more importantly, the thing that I want to talk about is if they don't kill Laurie Strode in this movie, then they've wasted all of their time. That's my fan service.
That's your assessment.
It's like, dude, you don't get to take all of 10 movies, take them out of canon and reboot it, and then still end up with is Michael dead? Like, just kill her, man. She's just
let her go.
Yeah, that's what I want to see, because they're supposed to be ending it right here on their reboot. Dude, I mean, if they both don't die or if she doesn't die, I'm gonna be like, well, okay. I mean, not that I was crazy about the other ones. They were entertaining watches for sure, but I mean,
I have not seen the second one.
Oh yeah,
I have not seen it, and I've not seen the new trailer. I didn't know that it dropped, but
I think I saw it in theaters last week.
Okay.
The Red Band trailer.
What was that? What was that in front of?
I was seeing Barbarian, and this week we're seeing Smile.
I'm excited for Smile. That's supposed to be great.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I enjoy it when people smile.
And Hellsterics, yeah, that's one thing that I just saw is brings up a good point. The damn Hugh Jackman Wolverine thing for Deadpool 3.
Just dropped. That news
like a couple of hours ago, right?
Like a couple of hours ago, which is like,
that got me excited, man. I was stoked on it.
Shocked that he would return.
Shocking,
you all.
Shocking, isn't it?
Shocking. Well, I thought he was done. We all thought he was done.
We thought he was done.
And
then his best friend got him to come back in.
His best friend, Jamie Jansen.
Yeah, Jamie Jansen. Whatever.
But that's like the best news you could ask for, really.
Fingernail, yeah, I see what you're saying. I really do about the timelines. I just think as an entire overarching need as a fan is like, just kill her off, man. Just kill her off.
Well, I mean,
break the final girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Break the cycle.
Maybe she dies in the hospital after defeating Michael, but just kill her off. You know, like let's get some sort of closure to the whole thing.
We need a new generation.
Yeah, Halloween, the new generation.
Halloween,
and it's Michelle Myers.
Halloween and Friends.
Halloween and Friends. I like it.
It's like Michael Myers, Pinhead.
Man, next Tuesday, brother.
That is a weird day to drop a horror film.
Yeah, I thought it was next Friday. Is it? I thought it was next Friday.
That's so weird to me. Like, why? So they probably want you to hype it up during the week, so people will watch it on the weekend. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I mean,
what the hell?
Yeah, I mean, we should.
Don't they know we're streaming?
Well, I mean, I will have seen it by the time we start streaming.
Well, I'm gonna have to watch it too.
I mean, I would hope so.
But it's like, guys, you're just like, watch it.
Yeah, I am kind of screwed up about it because I thought, I mean, dude, here, let's just double check. I gotta double check that because
I think you got to double.
I thought it was let's see, Hellraiser 2022.
Woo-hoo!
October 7th. See, here's the deal. It says initial release October 4th, which is next Tuesday. And then it says it's scheduled to be released via streaming on Hulu on the 7th, which is the Friday.
Okay, there we go. All right.
So it's either Tuesday or Friday.
It's either Tuesday or Friday, and we are not going to check.
And those are the rules.
We're not going to stand by anything we said.
I mean, I did just check, and it told me that, like, hey, you shouldn't have checked because now you're more confused.
Who do you
Your
think?
Honor. What do you think this is, Your Honor?
What kind of duck do you take me for?
What kind of doctor is this, Your Honor?
What kind of doctor are you? I'm a doctor of the law.
I'm a doctor of the law. I like it. It's good.
There you go.
He likes it. He likes it, John.
Got him. Speaking of trailers, Matt.
Yeah, that's me. I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, trailers.
Okay.
Do we like them?
I mean, I love trailers. Are we?
Well, there was a new one that came out.
Oh, you talking about The Last of Us?
Yeah, I'm talking about The Last of Us.
Yeah, baby.
It looked great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, it looks great. I mean,
honestly, it's the best looking version of this thing that we're ever gonna get. It looks fantastic. Can't ask for a better crew, cast, the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I mean, I will be that guy, and I will say that the actress that's playing Ellie is an incredible actress. I never would have picked her for the role ever. Huh. So that's one thing that I'm like waiting on. I'm waiting to see everything in action, like Pascal as Joel is incredible. I mean, he's such a good actor. He definitely looks the part, but that's another thing that everyone gets upset about is like, it doesn't look like the character. And, it's like, well,
you can't carbon comparing a CG asset to a real person.
Yeah, and you've got to think about things have to be different. Things have to change, and I'm okay with it. But man, I mean, it looks like it's going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the only way you're really going to get what you're asking for, if that's the case, is if you just up-res the assets for cinematic.
Right.
But then you're just watching a CG animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as always, seeing people is more compelling because we are, as humans, designed to look at other humans.
We are the youth of the nation. Yeah.
We're a puddle of mud.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, that's what I mean,
Oh man, I know.
I feel it.
We're about to head into the spooky season, though.
Favorite month?
Well, it lasts for a couple months now.
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank God they called that that Halloween extension.
We're making October 3 months long.
Man, that's really what we need.
It's the first thing I'll do as president. God help us if I'm ever president. But I will make Halloween 3 months long.
Halloween starts in August, baby.
But yeah, I mean, aren't we about to kill off the whole daylight savings time after it jumps back? It's like the last one.
September feels like it went really, really fast. Don't you feel like that?
I easily feel like that.
I also have very little concept of time because I spend all my days in a
garage.
In a garage.
In a hole.
In a hole.
In a hole.
In a hole. Matt, you're working on some feet.
Man, I'm just pumping up some legs. I'm going to hit the hands, and then I'm going into the nasty deets. I'm going nasty deets. Y'all, is it stupid that I kind of don't want to go see Halloween Ends in theaters because people are crazy, and who knows what can happen because it's a horror movie? Yes, you are stupid for that. Well, sorry. No, you're not stupid. I love you, Fingernail. You're great. Go see the movie. Go have fun. Live your life.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that. Horror fans are actually the gentlest, nicest.
Yeah, we're like the most docile creatures in the world.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like a horror convention? Everyone's like a sweetheart.
Yeah, everyone's got beards. Like, we're all 100 pounds overweight.
Yeah, we're all like
we like spooky trivia.
We're all wearing black T-shirts with a monster movie logo.
Yeah.
We're probably wearing shorts.
Yeah, I just ordered a new hoodie today because, man, it started feeling so good here finally. Jesus. I got myself a Maniac hoodie on the way.
No, don't worry about it. Go see it. Support movies.
I live in Texas. It changes the game. I live in Arkansas. It does not change the game.
Yeah, I can't really.
Don't even worry about it, man. The thing is that scary movies. I just love scary movies. I love horror films.
Scary movies.
We just love horror films. And I'm thankful for them every single day. Well, now that it's almost Halloween season, did I ever tell you about how I got fined by the state for having my Halloween decorations up for too long?
For too long?
Yeah, I wouldn't take them down is the issue. Back whenever I was a young buck, I was probably like 23, was living in a house in West Little Rock, and it was right by the hospital there. So they had like the city, what's it called? It's like the HOA of the city, right? They'll like drive by and they'll be like, hey, you need to mow your lawn kind of thing, right?
Because, in Arkansas, they want to keep up with that.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they can get money any way they can. So, dude, my Halloween decorations were so epic, man, because I was in this death metal band and we saved up a bunch of money one year, and we just went to the Halloween store, like Spirit of Halloween or whatever, like back in like 2007, and spent like $400 on everything. Just got a bunch of cool stuff. And this year I made a bunch of like dead guys. I got some old clothes and filled them full of, like whatever, like newspaper and stuff, and painted them all. And I had heads on sticks in the front yard. I've got bodies hanging from from the porch and everything. And the city's like, man, you got to take these down. It's Christmas season. And I'm like, nah, man. I'm gonna keep this up.
This is
Anyways, it cost me a couple $100 and a couple of court visits.
wow, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah, it's just dumb.
Huge fan.
It's just so dumb. Nonsense. Let just people live.
Let me live.
Let me live and have my Halloween deck. If you can have your Christmas decorations up until like July.
Like, bro, if you can put your tree up in like October or November, it's like, hey,
look, if you're gonna put
you
a Christmas tree on your roof,
on your roof,
I've seen it.
It's like some Christmas vacation shit.
I've watched people do it.
Anyway,
hello to you out there, 16 people.
What's going on, 16?
16 people.
Let's talk
Hey,
about
hi.
it.
Oh, it's Ty. Hello.
What do we got? That's
Hello, Ty.
And yeah, see, he makes a good point. This person makes a good point.
See, if you like a horror Christmas.
Like
that's
a black,
how we fight
like,
back.
like black Christmas.
That's how we fight back, is by putting Christmas decorations on our horror displays, and then we're good. We're golden.
Yeah, have you seen Black Christmas? I guess any of them.
They
remade the film like 3 times.
I saw the reboot. I think.
Which one?
Which one was the recent one?
Yeah, one came out like a year or 2 ago, I think.
I think that's the one I saw. Man,
that movie sucked.
I thought it was fine.
No, man, you got to watch the one from like 2006. It's Paramount.
2006 is already an era.
It's Paramount, dude. The movie is amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. China pooping the wall.
Let's see. Still going on the stitching, man.
Yeah, I got your little brush going.
It's like once you put a detail somewhere, you have to put it everywhere.
Yeah, I mean you have like some more creative freedom with the brush for sure. I like to do the whole curve method,
Frame by
polygroups or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
That's a different. Yeah, that's a whole different game.
Yeah, it's just a different kind of.
It's just a different kind of thing, guys.
It's just a bit what, and I'll get like layers, and I can build levels to it. One thing that I like to do here is, like, say you just draw some lines out, is you kind of go underneath the line. So let's try it here. So you go there, right? You draw across, and then boop, you skip.
Yeah.
Then it looks like boom, you skip, and it looks like things are like wrapping over
underneath it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, the technicality of the design becomes like, where do I skip? How many lines do I add?
Yeah, that's where I was running into with the straps, right? Because it's easy to overdo and easy to underdo. You're like, okay, so what's the right Hemi for my jib jab? You know what I mean?
How much Henny can you jib jab in an afternoon?
In a single sitting.
In a single setting. This man's gonna take a milkshake.
This man was born into a milkshake machine.
Guys, this case is super important, but I've got to get a milkshake.
Telling you, dude, we got to print these.
How?
Pain, suffering, as it's intended.
This is the way it was meant to be.
Yeah. We knew it was going to be big. We didn't know it was going to be this big.
We didn't know it was going to be that big. Well, right now, I'm trying to fix my Home Depot giant skeleton.
Yeah. How did it break?
Well, it was felled by the winds of Santa Ana.
It was felled by the winds of Santa Ana.
It was the coolest way to say the wind knocked it over.
Yeah, that was like some Game of Thrones level shit there.
Thanks, man. I've been watching that. But yeah, basically it knocked over, and like the good news is like the body survived, but the head got cracked open.
Well, dude, it's perfect. You know, it's a perfect excuse to.
It did look pretty cool.
Yeah.
As like a gaping head, right. But I decided I was going to go ahead and repair it.
Yeah, it's time. You know, you gotta show the world what you can do.
Yeah, and so I bought some Paris plaster strips.
Yeah,
for paper mache. I'm going to paper mache over
Paris.
it.
Yeah.
Patch the area, and then I bought some like epoxy sculpting material. I'm going to build out on top of it, and then paint it all and make it look like super badass.
Hell yeah, dude! That's what we like to hear.
Well, if you don't customize your giant skeleton, you know, what's the point?
Yeah, what kind of guy is you are, man? You know,
what kind of guy is you are? What kind of guy is you are?
Yeah, Halloween. It is the best.
It's the best time of year. Do you remember?
I do, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
you were going to say going to like Holloween Town while we were working, and like spending...
Is that what you were going to say? Is that
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it was incredible.
We would go to Holloween Town.
There's nothing we can do about it. That place, I think about that place all the time, dude. I'm like, it's just year round. You can go into this place and get Halloween stuff. It's like the most LA thing ever, and I loved it. I was like,
oh god,
and fucking Halloween store, and they sell all the shirts and everything. It's like everything's overpriced, but it's awesome. I miss that place.
And we'd be like, well, guys, it's Tuesday. Better go get a toy.
Yeah, better go spend half our paycheck on some action figures.
And then, like, it'd be like the next day, well, guys, it's Wednesday. We better go.
Wife said she'll divorce me if I get another toy, so I was thinking about going around 4 o'clock.
Yeah. We're going to do it. We're going to have a toy.
We're going to have a toy, and the toy is going to have us. All right, don't forget to save.
Nope, that's a good idea.
Dragon Base 15 is what it says.
Dragon Base. What's up, Indy?
Heyo.
Heyo.
What we got? Don't forget to show us, plebes, how you did that robotic spine. I got you, brother. No sweat. Actually, here, let's just do that right now.
Yeah, might as well.
Now that we have our thing saved, you better be watching. This is the only time I'm going to show you. This is the
only time I'm going to show this. Are you watching?
Okay, let's see here. Boom. Cylinder 3D. Let's check it out. What we're going to do is initialize. You got to make this thing a 3D mesh. Okay. Initialize. Let's get a really low res cylinder here. Beautiful. Look at that thing. You guys see that? Nice and low res. God, what are we doing? Oh, yeah. The whole nano mesh workflow. Okay. So I think what I do is I just want like these want this just little ring here. So I'll kill this off, delete hidden. And I think, if you want to get weird with it,
And I do.
And he likes it.
I like it weird.
Insert a little smedgy edgy here. Okay. And so let's say you want to do something cool. It looks so cool. You're way into it. It looks awesome. Boom. Look at that wonderful, beautiful shape here. Right? And what I actually did for the thing that I'm working on is I duplicated here. I forgot to add a thickness. So let's just extrude this out. All quads. Doop a doop a doop a doop. Where's the Q mesh? All polygons. Pull this bad boy out. And what I did was I duplicated this and I moved it down like I'm acting like I'm about to repeat it, right? And then I just hit it with a live boolean up here. And so you can see how it's going to subtract, and then it'll start to make sense once you start to nano mesh it. So let's see. Boom, like that, right? So here's my piece. Right? So I've inflated my base mesh so that I can subtract it properly here. So here's my piece, and then I'll go down geometry. Where's that at? The whole Boolean thing.
That is
Subtool. Boolean, make Boolean mesh. Okay, so here's the big juice. So we'll bring in our guy. We're gonna bring in our guy, and we're gonna call him our guy. That's what we're gonna call him.
we call him our guy.
Okay, so we got our guy. And we've got some garbage geo here. It doesn't matter, and I'll show you why. So I've been messing around with nanomesh a lot recently, and I had this idea yesterday morning or a couple of days ago. It's like, holy crap, dude. Like, you can have super, super low res geometry with nanomesh, right? So if I was to use this as nanomesh right now, I'd get 100 million of these little things, right?
Sure.
So we'll go ahead and turn this gentleman into a grid, like that. And what we're going to do, I go into Z and I'm going to delete all of these here. I just want this fucking square. Look at that. Beautiful square. And so now I can go in and let's just extrude this. Whatever, who cares? This is all for educational purposes. Don't try this at home. You know what I'm saying, man. Everybody here knows what I'm saying.
You're almost slipping into Mike Lindell.
Okay.
He didn't know. He doesn't know who that
is. Who is Mike Lindell?
Okay, it's better that you don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry that I don't know.
It's good that you don't know.
Is that okay that I don't know?
It's okay.
Okay. I'm really sorry, dude.
It's not okay.
It's my fault. Okay, so here's the deal. I made a little poly strip very poorly in ZBrush, right? And so I'll go up to check the name, our guy.
Our guy.
And we're just going to go brush, create, insert mesh. Tell it to make a new brush. And then right here, you're going to have your insert mesh brush, right? But the easy way to do this, you just go to brush. While you're on your insert mesh for our guy, you're going to create a nano mesh brush. And then it's immediately going to swap to Z Modeler, and it's going to give you the opportunity to pop some nannies on some meshies, right? And so what I'll do is I'll go insert nano mesh, all polygons, and I'll just draw these bad boys out. And look, I mean, they're beautiful, guys. Out of the box, it's beautiful. It's not beautiful. That's a joke. So what we'll do is you just go straight to nano mesh, and you're looking for your alignment. And always going to zero out this rotation here. So now already I've got my damn 4 vertebrae, right? And right off the bat, you can see how well this works. You can just move this thing around and it'll start. I mean, it's basically a rig. right? Like
Yeah.
like
Totally.
look at it. You can just I mean look at this.
Yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
rig. It's 100% a rig, and you know, you can go up here and you can tile it twice, get some bonuses. Don't know how that happened. But yeah, I mean, dude, that's the workflow.
I
And
mean, that's really smart. Yeah.
the coolest part about this is, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn nano mesh off, and I am going to subdivide this one more time, and I'm going to delete my middle edge here because I just had a plane. So now I can just boop. So now I've got basically what I'm looking for, right? So let's go ahead and pop these boys on here with my nanomesh brush. Get a line by near edge, hit it with the Z rotation, boom. And so now I've got my rig, and it's beautiful. It's perfect. We love it. I mean, look at how fun it is. Even just doing that, just so fun. And the longer you make your planes, the larger your pieces will be, depending on how they're aligned, depending on your settings. But the big deal with this workflow that's so cool is you can just like block out this shape. Like this is a good shape right here. And let's go to normal. Boom. Right here. Let's just do.
Sorry, where did the live boolean come in?
Oh, I just made a cylinder and punched one out from the other
okay.
to make a see, because like just so that the top of this shape right here, Jared, would fit in perfectly right there, right? Like if it was to be, you see, like if it's to be like that close, it'd fit in. So this is actually kind of like where you could do. Why does that keep happening? It doesn't matter. No one cares. So here's the deal. The cool part about this workflow is that you're like, oh, wow, that's such a cool shape. Then you can go in here and go to edit mesh, dude. And this thing is sick because it's just going to update.
Yeah, it gives you the split screen.
Mm-hmm. And so, I mean, you just go garbage mode on it, right? Just start pulling stuff out and you see it update here. So let's see, right? So you can see that on the left side, this whole thing is already updating. Like you've got some sort of new plug coming in right there. And you can see it from all the different views and start adjusting the draft, and it updates on the fly, right? And then you noticed, oh, well, maybe I can bring this up and it's underneath it, right? It's already cascading underneath it. It looks great. Like, it would take, forever to try and do this kind of any other way. But even if you have this garbage block-in geo, you can remesh this and resculpt this all right now. You can insert new primitives on it and it'll update, right? Like now this pill is on here, so I can take this pill, just move this guy around and get all dingo on it. I mean, look at that.
Dingo.
Look at that. Like 30 seconds in, and now I've got a spine, right? It looks great.
Very clever. Very, very clever. The other way you'd approach that is by doing like an array mesh and then like doing a bend deformer on that afterwards. But what's nice is this keeps the shape.
Yeah, but what's also nice with this, I mean, yes, you are totally correct. But what's sick on this is that now you can just, you look at that. You can just use the bend deformer on it. So you've got
this
super low res kick-ass rig geometry. And it's rigged geometry at that point. You know what I mean? And it's always live. And if you ever want to bring it into Maya, you just bring in that plane, and that plane is your rig geo. So there you go, Induce Respawn. Boom, baby.
Boom, baby. That's a boom.
How do you feel about those pickled bananas?
How do you feel about those pickles? That's super cool, man. That's a great trick.
Dude, thank you, man. Sometimes you have good ideas, I
like the part where you made the thing.
Yeah, the thing, that was the coolest part That was the coolest part. Was the thing.
It's like, guys, we do occasionally have some tips. We do like there's a lot of garbage in this show.
Hey man, I've got tips for days. I've got like 3 tips.
He's got 3 tips.
Yo, what's up, Connor? How you doing, man? It's been a minute, dude. Been a minute.
I think I'm like nearly done.
Ooh, I like the way it sounds.
It's like I'm doing all the stitching, and it's all just going to be on black leather that you won't see.
You know, you get the right reflection, it might show.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get the little kicks and stuff, so it's okay. I'm not mad.
It seems like you might be a little upset.
Not mad at all. It's coming together, and it's looking real neato.
Dude, it's looking nice and tight. You always have a very, very tight, like a tightness.
Thank you. I don't feel like I get that. Like as tight as I could.
Of course you don't.
Why? What?
Dude, it's I mean that's the artist, right?
It's like yeah.
It's like I just told you that you have like the tightest sculpts, and you're like, I just feel like I don't get as tight as I could. I'm like, they are so sharp and tight.
What can we say? Except that we love you.
What is he saying here? I about died when the production studio of Barbarian liked my Steve Austin gif on your post. Dude, I didn't realize that they liked that post. That's awesome, dude. Also, that movie slammed. That movie was so good, dude. Barbarian, so good. You gotta see it, dude. Come on.
I do want to see it. I do want to see it.
I don't believe you, though.
I don't have time.
Your Honor.
I don't have the time. I would love the time.
Uh-oh.
They're saved. He said to himself while not saving.
Yeah. So what's going on here? I am missing a part. But luckily I've got 38 different versions of this, so I can go back to one of them and it'll have that part. You know what I mean?
If you just find the right version, it'll be there.
I just can't believe that it's gone. After all the time we spent together, you do this to me, Your Honor?
Sounds like he was dating the judge.
You know, it's going to bother me if I don't get it right now. So I'm going to get it right now. Let's load up a couple of versions ago. Boo-boo.
Your pain is so delicious to me.
I want to eat your children.
I want to eat your children. And your delicious pain.
And your delicious pain.
Your pain. Yummy, yummy.
Yummy.
It's super yummy. I want to eat your pain.
I want to eat your pain. Your pain is so good.
So good to me.
What the hell?
Oh, God.
I found it. Okay, nice. Yeah, because I am not about to redo these. Not even close. Not even close, Your Honor.
I'm not even that kind of lawyer.
I'm not even that kind of lawyer, Your Honor. I'm a doctor.
I'm just a law clerk.
A law clerk.
I don't know.
I don't know either, man.
I don't know. I didn't become a lawyer.
Boom. There it is. Whew. That was scary.
That was scary a little bit. Just a little bit.
So now I'm going to save and completely reboot ZBrush because I've got like 7 tools open in this. That's what I was asking you about recently. Like,
Oh,
I wish there was a way to you could just like cache out your Z, just have the one tool active.
what do you mean?
Okay, so if you opened up 4 previous versions of your Cenobite Dragon, you'd have 5 total Z tools in your Z project, right?
Right.
But I just want one.
You just want one tool.
Yeah, and I just want to get rid of them. You know, because whenever you're quick saving or whatever it is, any sort of memory heavy operation is going to take longer because you have more things in your scene, even if you're not using it, right?
Are you saying you want to use it like a reference editor?
No, I'm just saying, like, if I've got other scenes, other Z tools open, I just want to get rid of them out of my whole scene
without deleting them, or
no.
Are you saving them like? Are you saving them out in the project? Because Matt, look what's going on.
It's
Here's what I want to know. Okay, I've got a bunch of guys up here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And let's say I clone them all up here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Is this what you're talking about up here?
Yeah.
Oh, if you hit this little R,
yeah,
that clears those guys out.
Yeah, I know, but if you click on, see, they're still in there. They're still in your scene. So let's say that you are working on a super heavy project.
You just want to delete
a bunch of loose. You've pulled in a bunch of loose resources, and whenever you're in the middle of sculpting and it goes to quick save, it's like, damn, I've got 4 gigs worth of stuff open in the Z tool, even though I'm only working on one thing.
Are you setting up your like undo history?
No.
You're turning off enable saving, turning on skip loading.
Yeah, I mean that because that
turning on skip history.
Yeah.
This will save you so much.
Yeah, no, I don't save any of that stuff.
See, that's your problem. That's your problem.
Okay, it's all my fault, and I shouldn't have talked about it in the first
place.
Well,
really sorry. Look, I've got it set up here on my custom, and so like when I save, it's like really fast because I have that all turned off. You know what I mean? Because you're saving your quick save and all your undo history in there too.
No, I'm not saving any of that stuff.
You just want to save the tool.
No, all I want to do is get rid of everything I'm not working on, bro. That's all I want to do.
Okay. All right.
It's not like complicated.
Wait. Are you talking? Okay, wait. I got it. Let me. I think I know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up something dumb.
Bring in all that stuff. Bring in everything. Bring it all in.
All right. let's say I bring in Gore.
Bring it in. Here. Oh well, see here. Justice is saying you can just. How do you delete them?
You go by delete other. Right.
Delete
you go
other.
Down here and delete other. Let me switch our thing. Right down here, delete other, and you'll get rid of every other subtool except the one you want.
Oh no, yeah. See, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what he's talking about. We just wasted a bunch of time.
Wait, I mean, did you
delete other? Right down here.
Yeah, but you loaded in a separate Z tool, right?
I did, just for demonstration.
Yeah, so just bring in another guy. Sorry, bring in the main boy.
I'll bring in an old Cenobite Dragon.
Bring
All right,
in the
let's say I've got an old Cenobite Dragon that I'm loading up because I'm like I accidentally deleted something.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what I just did.
Let's say I accidentally deleted something, but I know it's in an old Z tool.
That's literally what I just did. So
okay, great. Okay. So let's say
hey, you need that piece. Yeah, you need that one piece.
I need this wing flap.
So you go back to the other one, you pull it in.
Go to delete other. and everything else is gone except that guy.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I guess that's one way to go about it, and then you just pull that into your other Z tool.
Yeah, and then you just append. Then I would just append or insert it back in.
Okay, so insert it, and then how do you get rid of that Z tool? Does it just live there forever?
It just lives there until you delete it or you start a new scene.
See, okay.
Now, generally, when I'm working, I like to leave these guys in there because when you quick save, it saves a project, right? So that project saves all of that stuff in there.
That is literally what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get rid of all that stuff.
Yeah, I want to get rid of all of it.
Yeah, then you have to delete it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's in your project file.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
That's exactly what we're talking about.
It feels good.
It feels good that we're
excited
about the same thing.
Now we're all excited. So there I was.
There I was talking about deleting my subtools when he walked in. Had wild eyes and thoughts about project saving.
Yeah, it's just one of those little things.
It's just one of those little things.
Just one of those little things we're all curious about. Speaking of little things we're all curious about, and speaking of deleting, I am now going to delete hidden.
I love delete hidden.
Yeah, just get rid of everything I don't need. $100 says that's how I lost that other piece in the first place, which is okay. That's okay.
It's gonna be okay, Matt.
It's gonna be May.
It's gonna be May.
You know what I'm saying, guys? Huge fans.
We love boy bands.
We are farmers. Dum 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 dum.
This man is a farmer.
Somebody arrest this man.
Get this man out of my office. He's a farmer.
He's a farmer. We don't like your kind here, farmer boy.
Yeah. Oh, he's making food, feeding people.
And your beans.
With your beans.
Your tombs.
What do you take me for? Some kind of consumer?
Some sort of rice patty enthusiast? Is that what you think I am?
Is that what you think this is?
Some sort of maniac, Your Honor.
Just working on my little dress.
Dude's got a dress.
He's got a little, well, you got to have your, shirt of oblivion, you know?
The shirt of oblivion.
Or skirt.
Oh, the skirt.
The skirt. But you can have a shirt of oblivion, too. I'm not going to judge. I'm going to judge a little.
I'm not going to judge Judy. I'm not going to judge that.
It's going to be me.
What do we got? We got bones. We got flesh. I guess the very last little design piece I got to do is tie in these leather panels on the back here. So that's what we're going to do.
We're going to do it.
Yeah, I forgot I had them all nice, and look at that. They kind of fold over on each other and loop up. Let's get some bonus thickness on that.
Now I've got my Polypaint here, so I'm going to mask my Polypaint.
You're finally getting there, bro.
Getting so close. I'm going to apply materials, I think. So first we apply a skin shade to everything. Then I'm going to polygroup from Polypaint. That's going to polygroup all the red paint.
Okay, and you'll fill that with a basic or something, so you can bring it into Keyshot.
Exactly.
Nice.
You know me too well.
You showed me that trick.
I did. Trick. I'm very old.
I'm very old.
I'm very old.
You're like You're like 6 months older than me.
6 months. In my dreams. In my dreams, I'm 6 months. There we go. I've filled all the red with a different, shinier material. I mean, I lost like all these edges and stuff, but I don't care, whatever. Go back and be like super nitpicky. How nitpicky do we want to be? That's the case, because I don't want to lose those edges. We're going to try a mask by Polypaint, because that might have a better result.
Yeah, are you not color picking it?
No, that was just a straight up polygroup by Polypaint.
Huh.
Now,
okay.
Yeah. So that sucker's in there under polygroup.
This sucker is just in there under polygroup, man.
But if you mask by Polypaint, that brings up.
Yeah, it brings up a little color picker.
It brings
right?
up this menu.
A little Flim Jimbo.
Our little Flim Jimbo friend here. And then I can sample that red. And there's a tolerance style.
Yeah, that's what we like to see, John.
That's what we like to
see, John. For the love of John, Your Honor, he's just a god.
And I'm just going to fill it with a blend. There we go.
Oblivion.
Oblivion.
The Oblivion.
Welcome to Oblivion.
Welcome to my butt.
Welcome to my butt.
All right, Jared.
Matt.
Hook me up. I got a question.
Yeah, I got a
question.
Oh boy.
I'm ready to knock out this last little bit of design here, and I need to connect these panels, these guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking maybe the hooks.
Do you want to make them one piece of geometry?
No.
Oh.
No, I mean like I want to put like like hooks in between here.
Yeah, sure.
Or chains or something, and maybe hooks in the skin. Do you think hooks, or is there some other creative thing that I'm not thinking about design wise?
Oh God, what could it be? I mean, there's
maybe
we do a little like Google Kung Fu and find some like industrial hooks, maybe, or it would be like medieval hooks.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, should it be chains?
Good...
Should it be chains? Should it be hooks? Should it be swords?
An anchor would be cool for something else, not for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I can just use these guys that I have down here.
I'm just kind of looking at it.
I'm looking at it. Yeah, like that.
I realized we were being quiet. Let's try this. I realized you couldn't hear us, but I was thinking about
when, for how long?
Well, like a minute, not even a minute. It was just us. It was me Googling. What about oh God.
Well, I mean, I'll just use these hooks, right?
Remember Iron Maidens?
Of course. Put them in the Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden. You know, Bill and Ted. You know what I'm talking about? It's the Bill and Ted's joke. Using things like the fishing hooks, is there a way to stretch the wing flaps with the cloth sim too? Absolutely.
Absolutely, friend.
100%. Biggest gift since Dynamesh, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the cloth brushes have been a godsend. God, that's brutal. That's brutal. I'm looking up medieval torture weapons. Jeez.
Dude, maybe I will finish off after this last little bit of design, take a fiver, and then block in all my swords. I think that's what we're going to do.
Dude, this collar would be so sick on your dragon.
That is nasty,
Look
bro.
at that, dude. Yeah, let me switch.
That is nasty.
How cool would that be?
Dude, and that even matches the my
pinhead
original
aesthetic.
sketch.
Yeah, dude.
It matches my original sketch with the.
Did your sketch have a collar like that?
It had a halo.
Oh my god! Look at this thing. Jeez.
Yeah, that's nasty, dude. That is nasty.
Brutal. Oh, I like this. I like this really thin roll cage. Kind of looks like Mad Max a little bit.
I'll tell you what it looks like, Jared, and that's a bad time.
It looks like a bad time, and I'd love to put that on my dragon.
I'd like to
put
it on my dragon.
I just want my dragon to have a bad time.
Okay. Look at it this way. Brush, create, insert meshticle. Meshticle's disease. He's got Parnets, Your Honor. He's got
Parnets.
The man's got Parnets. I don't know what to do with them. That's why no one watches us anymore.
They're just like, oh my god.
Like these guys are
shut up.
Full-blown duty boys.
Duty boys.
Duty boys.
They're just like, shut up.
Look at these duty boys.
Look at these duty boys go.
Okay. I think... Oh, okay. Ooh.
He's jabbing some swords into his spine. As one does.
For the love of God. For the love of all that is holy moly, Your Honor.
Matt, I have a question.
Let's talk about it.
These wings.
Yeah.
Do I go with what we what we thought about initially, which is that it's like
the panels with the chains?
Panels with the chains, or do I just keep them kind of like this? With the panels with the chains, it would look like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that still cool?
So I think you could go either way. I think if you left it small like that, what actually might be cool is if instead of hooks or chains, just bits of flesh
are tied around.
Are tied around the bones, like, the needles of the wings. Like if you were to snake hook it out or something. Yeah, just like that. But so there's still plenty of negative space to show that there's the small panels in there, but that might be kind of tight.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
What do you think? I mean
I mean, connect that top and let's see it. Because I mean, dude, if all four of those were like that, I mean, you take a 30 seconds and block it in. Up here in your little silhouette box, it's starting to look pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that does look cool.
Right. So I think the negative space thing's pretty cool. If maybe you get on each joint break of your spines of the wings. Yeah. Right. Just a little bit. Go Tidgens.
A little Tidgens.
A little Tidgensons.
Tidgensworth.
A pigeon's worth, your lord.
A pigeon's worth. Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, he's getting creepy.
Yeah, we're getting nasty now. Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
He likes it. He
I
likes
like
it, guys.
He likes
He
it.
likes it. He likes it.
Fishing.
More Ovaltine, please.
More oval screen.
More oval screen, please.
Oval screen.
So what's the deal, guys? What are y'all gonna do on Halloween, or what's the most exciting thing that's spooky in your life right now? Is there a movie
What's the
coming
most
out you're
spooky
excited
thing
about?
going on?
Is there stuff that you just tell us.
Are you getting ready for the spooky time?
Are you excited to be a spooky human
What
being?
sacrifice are you willing to make to the spooky gods?
Dude, if the spooky gods were real, no joke, I'd be best friends with these guys.
We would
just be chilling with those guys.
I think I think we would ascend the ranks pretty quickly.
Yeah, and we'd be overbearing friends. You know, like they hesitate to answer our fault. Yeah, they hesitate to answer. Like, oh my God, Jesus, it's Matt and Jared again.
Guys.
These guys won't go away.
And they're like, oh my God, just go.
We should have never told them.
Yeah, they're just like exasperated.
Yeah, I love them already, and they're not even real. We can make it real.
I mean, until they just like get sick of us and then eventually like kill us.
Yeah, and do something really spooky with our bodies.
Yeah.
But it would please us too much, so they would never do
you think they would like decapitate our heads and put them in jars? Would they put them on like another corpse?
I don't know, probably some sort of experimentation.
Would they reanimate our flesh?
Maybe there's like some sort of chimeric experiment they have that they're doing, you know.
Like they combine us.
I mean, they're spooky.
They are. That's what I'm saying. Is like they're very spooky.
No, you don't get it. That's what I'm saying. They're spooky.
They're spooky. The guy asked for something spooky. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Creature Corner.
Welcome to Creature Corner. We are on episode 42.
44.
No, it's been 42 for 5 weeks. You forgot.
It feels like it's been episode 42 for 5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make something spooky. I mean, like, this dragon is taking forever.
Dude, I mean, if you think about it, though, like, after you do this wing block in, you could pose render and paint over that.
Oh, for sure.
Easy.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, we could just call it, do some, yeah. After I get my little swords done.
Do some concept paint overs, and then, call it.
And I mean, yeah, see, dude, that's looking tight. Yeah, that's cool.
Pulled flesh is always just delightful.
I think that's the weakest part of mine so far is actually what I'll do. Reminder for quick save.
Quick save.
I think the thing that I'm least happiest with is the flesh in between these wings here. So I might go Timmy Hibbibs on them and see what's up. You know what I mean?
Timmy Hibbibs?
Yeah, just gonna hit them with a little Bibbins.
A little
see what they think.
A little Tim Bibbins.
A little hibular Bibbenson's disease, maybe something like that.
Hey, guys, if you're gonna make creatures, you have to be completely mad.
Yeah, you got to be full blown, like
just crazy town.
You've got to be questionable in social. You got to be questionable in social settings. Oh, that's Jared. Yeah, he makes monsters. I don't know if I'd get too close to him.
I mean, that, we joke, but that wasn't too far. It's like, oh yeah, that's Jared. Don't look at his monitor.
Oh yeah, that's fucking true, dude.
That was very true.
That will give you nightmares, my friends. Big, fat, nasty. If you're not prepared, if you're not someone like me who was still shocked, but I remember all of those poor souls, like you're talking interns from Gnomon.
Oh yeah.
You've got kids in there
Young,
just
fresh.
got done watching Avatar, and they're like, "Oh my God, Jared, what the hell is this?" It's 8 a.m. I was the same way. I'm like, dude, I haven't even had my coffee yet, right? Like, what is the deal here?
I have a
morbid curiosity.
And it gets me into trouble.
Oh, does it?
It does. I mean, like.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was doing that until I realized I was doing that.
Well, it's mostly that, like.
It's mostly that there's something wrong with it.
On the link.
Yeah.
Like I
see what you're saying. Yeah.
I go to Reddit. I'm on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I go to all the like really horrific subs. There's one called Medizzy, and it's all like medical oddities and surgery stuff.
I don't want to see that.
I know, and I don't either, but I can't help it. And,
see, that's where I draw the line at like disabilities and like deformities. That's where I start to actually get uncomfortable. Like no.
For me, there are like popping, like Dr. Pimple Popper.
Okay,
I can't do that stuff.
So I actually have to.
That's my limit. That's
I
where
I have to confess, man. For years I have avoided this, and then like 1 month ago I got on an algorithm somehow on Instagram.
It got a hold of you.
And it's awful. And every now and then I'll be like, all right, it's time to watch some. I want to see what's going on.
Dude.
I'm a monster, dude.
No, it's terrible. Like, it's the pimple popping I can't do, but I've seen stuff that like would curdle the the milk in your tummy.
Yeah, curdle the milk in your tummy. That's a good one.
And I like curdling.
That's good. Oh, see, I adjusted it. Dude, see, now I'm feeling good about it. Okay. I did the same thing you're doing, just kind of fucked with my wheels.
It helps a lot.
Okay, so they were nice and thick, but now, boom. I like that better.
Did you guys see the Avatar re-release?
Negative.
Negatory, but it looks awesome. I would love to see it again.
You would love to see it again? Is that real?
Avatar?
Is that real?
Yeah. Yeah, they put it out in theaters again.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, you worked in such delights. Yeah, man, ultimately, I have a morbid curiosity up until a point.
Yeah, your father was a doctor, so
yeah, but seeing it with your own eyes is like a different thing. It's a different experience, So I can kind of look at things and be detached, but being in like the room with something is very different.
Yeah, you've also got to understand that we grew up and the internet was born. And maybe 2 years to 5 years after the internet was born, all you could find on the internet was gore videos and porn videos.
Yeah, there was a lot of that stuff in the beginning.
And you would just, 10, 12, 13 years old, you would make honest mistakes downloading things and going to pages and be like, oh my God. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah. Also YouTube wasn't bought by anyone, so you could watch just like full length movies or awful things.
It was the Wild West for sure.
It was all brand new back then.
100% the Wild West. What happened? What did I do? Ah, darn it. I duplicated a whole folder and I didn't want to. It's okay.
It's okay because our friends are here and this is a safe space.
We're all okay together.
We're in this together, John.
This man is a fish.
This God. Honor, I'd like to, Your Honor, I'd like to.
I'm holding him
recess.
up, whistling and gasping for air. I think
You're just shaking. This man is a fish. We are so smart.
Oh my God.
There is nothing wrong with us. We are very smart.
Yeah, this man is clearly not a human. He can't be in this room.
He's like sprinkling little fish food in his mouth. And that's literally how you have to be if you want to do this line of work.
Yeah, this is the only way. This is the only way.
This is real industry insight here. If you
guys are so lucky.
If you guys aren't, if you're not kind of worried, then it's not worth the risk, right? I don't know, guy's not weird enough. I'm not bringing him on.
You better damn well be entertaining.
I got an interview this week. Got another interview this week.
Oh, that's great, dude. I'm currently booked on a project.
Uh-oh, big boy
that will
booking.
hopefully go to like mid-October. Mm-hmm. You know how that goes.
I do know how it goes when they're like, "Hey, we want you to lead an entire team and make a lot of money," and then they never hit you back up. I know how that goes. That's one thing that I am aware of.
Sad but true.
Reminder: let's hit it with the quick save before you go in with your big changes. Every time I'm about to do something that I know could possibly screw up my scene, I hit quick save.
Really smart.
Every schmargenbargled time.
You will pay the price.
It's time to pay the price.
Look, I don't know how to explain this any clearer. It's a fish. You put him on the stand, and he's not going to say anything.
He'll be good for about 1.5 minutes, but then he's gone.
I got a mob lawyer in the back, and he's like, "You better keep your mouth shut, fish. You don't say anything.
Yeah.
You don't say anything. You listen to me.
You know,
get on the stand. You keep your mouth shut."
This is the best day of my life.
Listen, you keep your mouth shut.
Listen over here, dude. Actually, now that we're doing this, I have been watching The Sopranos.
Oh, that's a perfect segue talking about fish.
Yeah, dude. I because everybody's sleeping with the fishes.
And they look like jellies. Wait, so Indy's saying if you work on brains, they're super soft and goopy, like dog vomit, and it looks like those little jellies you see on the beach. So they kind of like squish.
Mm-hmm.
Your brains are kind of like they squish.
And I've been in the. I think I went in the gross anatomy lab one time whenever I was in college, and saw some brains.
That's so crazy. Having an wow.
Huge fan of brains. Brains are like the most
weird because you think brains as like
mysterious thing.
You think of them as kind of like a little bit more like holding its shape. You know, you would think they would, you know, because whenever you see them in a jar, they look so full and fluffy.
They look full and fluffy, and it's because they're in a jar.
Look, the man's a jar now.
The man was born a fish and is turned into a jar, Your Honor.
This man
What is there not to understand?
Man was born to be a jar.
Okay, I am going to hook. God, I know there's something cooler I can do, but that's okay. We're going to run it down. Whiskey in the jarro.
There's whiskey in that jar.
This man used to be a fish, Your Honor.
It's just so good.
I mean, honestly, it's really good. I just like the idea. It's like I think you should leave sketch where it's like a 4-minute trial and then it just ends with this man is a fish, Your Honor.
It has to be like a serious questioning.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what I'd like to see is the fish on the stand. Like they put it, like they dump it out on the stand and it just sits there flopping.
I'm into it. I'm a huge fan. All right.
Popping some swords in that spine. Finally.
Got to. Oh, let's do a little check-in.
Oh, we haven't. We missed our regular check-in. We were too busy talking about fish.
Dude, we love.
We're gonna do a little check-in.
Yeah, let's do a little check-in.
Right,
I'm gonna take a fiver and do my swords.
Why don't you check me in? Why don't you check?
I'm gonna check everybody in.
Why don't you check in?
So I'm gonna quick save before I check us all in.
He's going to quick save.
All right, kind of pumped up the leg and hand anatomy very quickly. Just got
That's something you said you wanted to do.
Yeah, some secondary shapes are in there. And you know, not gonna lie, feeling pretty good about it. It's in a good spot. And then I started visiting the wings here, and the big change I made to the wings, here, check this out, is I was looking like this kind of thick, messy little flip flap kind of thing here, and I just kind of went in on a lower resolution and masked out the spines and just kind of smoothed them out to create more negative space and a thinner, like a thinner.
Yeah, I like that.
Right, dude. Thank you. Yeah, because
I
thought that was a good look. And then I went back here on my leather panels here, started popping in my hooks that are connecting everything. This is the one area right here, this fucking area right here that I'm circling 700 years. Jared, are you looking at my circles?
Because you put too many circles down.
Yeah, this area. I need to connect everything right here. I might put a sword.
What if you had them hooked onto the thumb?
See, I was thinking like, yeah, there's a chain coming off of the thumb. Is there a chain? Is it a hook?
Some kind of thumb chain?
There's a thumb chain. And you know, I gave this a little more negative space here as well and kind of hit it with a very light cloth sim. Let's see where it was. So it was right here. And I just barely, you can see, just barely kind of thinned it out because I want that, just that little bit of, because I have this, how do you make this bigger? I saw you make that bigger.
What
this
big?
The thumbnail.
Oh, just drag it. Just drag it out. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wow, you can drag it out. And look at that, dude. That's such a great feature that they
It's such a cool little tool.
But yeah, so now I've got this kind of really cool parallax, especially if you're looking back here. It already looks like the wind is kind of blowing through the panels, and he's got the panels because he doesn't have any flesh on his wings. And so ultimately laying to rest that one human 78 episodes ago that said my dragon couldn't fly. And that's where we're at.
I mean, you took that one personally.
Well, I mean, dragons got to fly, bro.
He
was right. That was the thing.
He didn't have to be so mean about it.
He wasn't even mean. I'm just a little baby, soft, timid child.
Just a little baby, soft boy.
So what I'm going to do is take let me see, actually. Yeah, I'm going to take a $5. I'm going to get some swords in here and replace these swords.
I'm going to come back.
I'm feeling good about it. Show me yours, and I'm going to bounce for a second.
Oh, you bounce, and I'll show everybody what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi, friends. It's me, Jared. Matt's gone. And he's never coming back. He's gone forever. Anyway, what was I doing? Putting some spikes in his back, like acupuncture, and some swords. That's something that I've been wanting to do. Pop some swords in there. The front half of the show is pretty much just sculpting out leather, sculpting out the stitching, all that stuff. There's still like another tertiary level stitching that I can do, like not stitching, but I would do carving using Damien Standard. Maybe even Slash Brush. Let me try Slash. See, Slash would be cool. A little bit of Lazy Mouse. For like that next kind of level of detail in there. Tighten up the wings like we were saying. I haven't really touched the face or the face armor in a while, but that's less important to me than getting some of the main tortured features in there. I just realized I don't have any red on the face. I'm going to sample that color, turn on MRGB. MRGB, let's sample that color. Still helps to work as graphically as you can. Because I need to fill in these spaces here. As I spot this out. There we go. Need this turned on too. You can hear my little darlings in the back. The little darling doggies. See, now that I've got these spikes here, you can actually start cutting some chains in. think I got to find a brush for that. I know I have a good chains brush somewhere. See, I already made it. But chains. Just going to make sure I turn that to as line and lock start and end positions. Just going to draw it end to end. Also make sure that I'm on the chains layer. I've got the hook. There we go. A little too big. Shrink that down. Let's try again. A little short. There you go. Now these spikes are kind of connecting, or these chains are connecting to the flesh. It's sweet, sweet flesh. Feels like they need like a loop or something to connect to. But that's something we'll worry about later. Hello, fingernail. You're back. You're back and not front. Sure, get rid of that. Any curves. So each kind of spike gets like two little chains connecting to the flesh. What's funny is like probably nobody's going to see this detail because I'll just be showing it off from here, but I guess whatever. What happened to the rest of my... Oh, I see Matt. He has returned.
I'm back.
He's
I'm
back.
ready to party.
Hello, friend.
Okay, so how are you feeling, dude? How are you feeling about it?
About what? About this?
I mean, whoa, dude, you're adding little spines with chains?
Yeah, man.
That's tight.
It's, I'm having a good time with this part.
That's super cool. Let's see dude, show me the face. I want to see the face again.
I haven't touched the face in a while.
I know, I just want to see his ugly mug. Look at that thing. Dude with the black mask on top. Come on. That's so sweet.
How cool would it be to have that kind of roll cage around it? I know I'm
It might be cool. You might have to get rid of something though. It might be too busy, right?
because I have these like eye things here.
Yeah, the little eye slits, the blinding eyes.
And what if? All right, well, we'll just troubleshoot it anyway. Let's try it. But what if I do this? Right.
Oh, I see. You kind of bridge it at the top there.
Yeah, bridge it kind of.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be sweet. And the spikes going in. The spikes going into the head.
Yeah.
Down. Okay, I'm into it.
And
way into, dude. That face is nasty, dude. Yeah, that's.
I realized his gums are pretty pushed down, so I have to fix those.
Pushed down. Oh, you mean like?
Yeah,
I
like,
see. I see.
They got a little. There we go.
Dude, that thing is sick, dude. Yeah, that's sick.
Mean, like, it's gonna be cool. It takes so long.
No, dude, it is cool. It's cool as hell. This thing is fucking sick, man. I think it's almost time. I think it's almost time to sew it up. You know, like maybe we'll do some. I mean, if anything, just do some headshot renders or something.
I just feel like there's so much left to do.
Of course. But dude, look at everything you've got is insane. If you kicked it over into Keyshot, put some materials on there.
I've got Keyshot open. I've kind of let me remesh this real quick, because I was going to make both sides of the wings feel different. Color. Down. Okay. I mean, I guess we could kick it over.
Dude, kick it over and look at that. Yeah, I mean, even just the flat color looks sick. It looks like a painting with that with the lighting
with the cloudy background.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy? It's a weird effect.
Yeah, it is weird because it kind of like it gives you that optical like 2D illusion.
There's something really weird about it. Yeah, how that happens.
Yeah, there's a flatness to it and a depth to it that's because I just saw this picture or this render before we hopped on, and I was like, damn, are you painting over that? And I was looking at it and I was like, no, dude, that's a render.
That's straight up raw out of Keyshot.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to model like 2 swords.
Now?
Oh, yeah, just for like a second. And I mean, I've got, I don't know, what, you want to hang out for another hour? Or are you good? Are you about to call it?
I got like 30 minutes.
All right, let's do the next 30 minutes.
All right.
Let's do the next 30 minutes, man. You know, I drank that cup of coffee at like 8 o'clock. So
yeah, you had.
I took a little bit of a nap.
So you're feeling great.
I'm having a good time. You know, it's really late here, and I just don't care. But I'm ready to. Man, let me just think about it. You know, there is a lot of work to be done, but where we're at is so far, and it looks they both look great, man.
I just realized it. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I mean, like I'm really excited about where we are at. I just keep thinking about like how far we have to go. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's all.
You know,
are you trying to get like movie quality? You know, like what's the
am
goal?
Chasing something undefinable.
Yeah, because I mean, right now we're looking good. I think.
I mean, I think we're looking good.
I think we're looking good.
I think we're very handsome.
I think that we might be a couple of handsome ass dudes.
We're very easy on the eyes. I don't know, man. Let's see. Still really want to do like a flayed man or like a dude that's been like skinned.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like stretched, like he's been racked between the horns.
But you know, that's all like bonus.
I know.
It's all bonus stuff.
It's like I want to get there so bad.
And I think for the sake of this project, we could probably get somewhere really solid here and then render next time, and then boom, the Hellraiser movie's out. This is our due diligence, and we're talking about how sick the movie is next week or whatever. If it comes out Tuesday or Friday, I don't know when it comes out. Nobody knows. Nobody knows when it comes out.
Nobody knows.
It's all a joke.
It's all just one kind of big joke.
For the love of your honor, your God.
Let's see. Throw some metal. I will say this. I was just thinking about this. The Munsters does have some pretty good one-liners in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few that like popped out to me. I was like, oh, that's good. Like, you're just my kind. Yeah, the kind of that's too much or something. It was a good line.
That is a great line.
I bombed the delivery, but it.
That was a great line, dude. Way into it.
You'll hear it now. You have to listen. Now you have to watch it just so you can hear it.
There we go. Cancel. Jared, how do I, in ZModeler, how do I just move? Can you move the edge? Oh, okay.
Turn everything else to do nothing. That's what I do. So you're essentially like turning off edge and point and poly actions. wonder if like opacity would help. Oh, this man is full of ham. Oh boy. All right, Matt. I think I'm going to leave you for a second because I have to take a bio break.
Bio breaks,
And then
baby.
I will return, and I leave it in your steadfast hands.
I'm ready to party at all times.
All costs, this man will party.
For the love of cost, Your Honor.
I'll see you in 5.
Justice. Yeah, we covered that. I don't know. Man, months and months ago, maybe whenever I was working on Cthulhu, basically you can treat the cloud or the atmospheric material in Keyshot as fog, right? So let's actually bust it open and I'll show you what I'm talking about here. See if I can completely ruin this idea. Okay, so here's the spine I blocked in for my Cyber Demon project. And basically what you can do, let's check the environment. Okay, so I've got an environment and an area light. Big deal with Keyshot. I'm sure, Justice, you have a lot of experience with other rendering softwares because I've seen your work. It's incredible. Basically, the hack around this is what I usually do is I'll just add geometry and I'll just make a volume cube, right? And so you'll take this cube, you go to scene, position, and you'll make it just fucking huge. Maybe even a 5. Let's see what 1 looks like. Okay, so there's 1. Hit it with the 4 banger. And what you can do is go to I think it's scattering medium. There might be, ultimately I did this one first. This sponge is how I figured it out. None of this matters. None of this matters. You just pop this on this cube, go to this material, scattering medium. I'll go ahead and get rid of this texture. And this transparency, distance, and density is just, it's going to be the things that you're familiar with in 3ds or in Maya or Arnold, whatever. So transparency distance, let's say 5. Okay, so you can see now this is a big model, seemingly. Let's hit it with a 10 banger. This is going to be the distance. It says distance, but you'll see. And the reason why it looks like this is because my light is so big. So anytime you're doing atmospheric lighting and you want, God rays or whatever, you go ahead and let's just make this smaller. And actually, the best option for this in Keyshot would probably be a point light. Or, spotlight. Boom. There you go. Because you've got a cone, you've got a radius, you've got all of these normal things. So we'll do that. Check on this. Whoops. Go ahead. We can turn off multiple scattering for now just to block it in. Okay. There you go. And then whenever you get here, whenever you get your distance set up, then you've basically, your directionality is going to be like the anisotropic kind of value. The negative value is going to be more behind your camera. The positive value is going to be more in front of your camera, right? So if I take this backwards, as you can see, and actually let's go ahead, kill off the environment. Boom. Okay. And whenever you're and even in physical renderers, whenever you're doing atmosphere volumetric kind of shit, I mean, the HDR, the environment, that stuff isn't really going to be getting calculated. You want, right? So now you can almost see this kind of god light or this god ray coming in right here. So let's say transparency distance is 5. Let's just kick it up to a white or a gray value. Hit the spotlight. Doopy, doopy, doopy.
Doopy.
His name is Mondupersons.
Mondupersons.
Okay, so we'll do it like this. We'll get a little bit of fall off here. And the radius, bigger shadow, or bigger shadows, smaller shadows, lighting basics. Let's see here. You just want to find that perfect thing. Okay, so for example, if you were to kick this spotlight up to like, let's say 2000, you would start to see this like kind of atmospheric effect, right? And you're going to get your shadows coming off of it. You're going to get your atmospheric pass, your density, and your directionality is going to play a lot into it. So this negative value of up to 1 is going to be behind. And if you take it to +1, it's going to be, let's see here, right about here. It's going to be in front, right? And so now you're getting a more accurate kind of what you're looking for atmosphere-wise. So yeah, Justice, like that's how we do it. I think originally how I figured it out was I had modeled some like some clouds or something, like some smoke or something like that, and just applied that material to it and was like, damn, okay, so you can just do you can just make some cool volumetrics in Keyshot, and it kind of changed the game. It's sick.
The other thing, if you're looking to get god rays, is if you take a plane and you put some kind of noisy texture through the opacity.
Oh yeah,
you're giving it something to scatter through.
Yeah, I mean that's
you're not going to get rays unless you get some kind of like noisy pattern to go through it.
Absolutely, yeah. He was asking if Justice was asking if we did any sort of volumetric materials in Keyshot, so I was running it through him. Yeah,
I think most of the time I prefer controlling that in post. So I only do it if it's like I really do want to get it in render 100%.
Yeah, the thing that's wild is that
I might do it as a pass.
Yeah, exactly. Like I approach it like I approach it like production, right? So you get your beauty render, and then you get everything that goes along with it, and you get your bonus renders. And so if I've got this crazy beauty render with all this fog and stuff, I won't render it with all the fog. I'll render everything with the fog like on a gray material and just like screen or multiply it over.
Yeah.
To get the look that you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just more control that you have, the better. Yes, sir.
You guys ever have a good time?
You ever? I don't know about you, man, but every so often I like to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
I'm a huge fan of having a good time.
One of the greatest lines ever. You ever dance with the devil? feel like this has been the same song for like 40 minutes. We're going hardcore now.
I haven't heard a single sound bite of the song, bro.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
then you're lucky because I'm listening to it.
Yeah, I haven't heard it at all. I didn't even know there was music playing.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
That's good.
Feels good about it.
What GPU are you running with Keyshot? I have a 3090.
Yeah, you've got the 3090 Ti, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm about to upgrade my computer.
It's mine is very, very fast, and I love it so much.
And he is a huge fan.
I'm a big fan of it.
Dude's a huge fan.
The man is a fan.
Dude's a big, fat, huge fan. Okay, so you said you've been watching The House of Dragons.
Yeah, man, my wife loves it, and I am not loving it so much.
Okay.
And she's like, "What the hell, man? This is like for you."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool."
And you're like, "Yeah, but do you remember the other show?" Do you remember how bad the other one was? And
that's kind of where I run into it is like,
yeah, I mean, dude,
poison pill.
I've got to say, I've got to be that friend and say, man, that's your fault.
I know.
I did my work. I rewatched the whole thing, and I was like, you know what? Minus like one season, this show is fucking awesome. And so now I'm like back into it. I love the character.
You're back.
Glad there's just at least a little bit of incest going on. No spoilers, It
wouldn't be Game of Thrones without, just a little incest.
You got to have some sort of weird situation. So, huge fan, liking it. Dude, I can't bring myself to watch the Lord of the Rings show. I can't. Is that okay?
I mean, dude, it's fine. I feel kind of the same way about it that I do. I kind of feel the same way that I do about Game of Thrones. I'm just kind of gray on both of them. They're obviously like beautiful, and well made and well done and well acted.
To me, it's weird because it feels like one is for adults and one is for like.
Lord of the Rings definitely feels like it's for a younger crowd.
Yeah, and I'm like, dude, unless I'm watching like, a 3-hour movie, I don't know if I can get into an episodic like elven politics. I just don't know if I can do it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, and I feel the same way about Targaryen politics. It's just like I don't know if I just don't care about the characters or.
Dude, you're just burned.
Maybe I'm just burned out. You know what I mean? I'm crispy fried.
The man's been crispy fried. I'm crispy fried, Your Honor.
I'm crispy fried chicken, and maybe that's just the case. But I don't think so because there's plenty of stuff that I'm watching, and I'm like, I fucking love this. So maybe it's not me. I don't know, but it's probably me. Sandman. I'm also kind of like on Sandman.
Dude, loved Sandman. I loved it.
I know, and I don't like. I'm not like, this thing's not connecting with me. You can't love it because that's just dumb. It's like I'm glad people like it.
He doesn't like it.
I don't hate it.
Yeah, you just gotta find your way.
I think that's what I'm missing right now.
You gotta find your way.
Like Andor. Also, Andor, I'm kind of in.
Dude, I saw that. Yeah, Dude, I'm the same way. I was like, what the hell is this? A new Star Wars TV show. I'm like, man, I don't care about that.
Dude,
It makes me feel bad, but at the same time, I'm like,
totally
dude, like,
person.
come on. It's another random bonus guy and another random bonus prequel, and I'm like, what the hell? I just don't care.
And I loved Rogue One. Like Rogue One is my favorite of the kind of like Star Wars bunch of the new batch. But man, I don't know. There are parts that I like a lot about Game of Thrones where I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I like the dragons and I like the
Dude, speaking of all the new dragon, have you seen the most recent
new dragons
episode?
look great. Yeah, they look great.
You saw the most recent one?
Yeah.
Dude, the new dragons, I love how like they've just busted it wide open. They're like all of these very distinct dragons, that super cool tail shape on the water dragon or whatever.
He's got like these tips on on his legs that makes him
so cool, dude.
So I love that a lot, and like I said, there's a lot of good stuff in them. But is it like hitting all the buttons where I'm like, man, I'm geeking out? This is like, I feel like maybe it's because I invested so much into Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're talking about, right?
I mean, ultimately,
you're fucked up about it because you've been burnt.
We all felt betrayed.
Yeah, the man's been burnt.
We were burnt. And it's funny, it's like after Game of Thrones ended, I was like, well, there it is.
Dude, I just like having fun.
I just like having fun. I just want to have fun.
Girls, that's all they want to do is just have fun.
It's like
that's what the song says.
I took my 4-year-old to Dragon Ball Z movie.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like I can get into that, and that was fun. So it's like I feel like I'm not totally dead inside yet. Maybe one day.
Ooh, I can almost hear the creepy music.
It's kind of jolly. It's a little bit jolly.
For he's a jolly good blah blah.
What are you making, Matt?
I'm going to Sword Town, USA.
Oh, you're having a Sword Town time.
Yeah, I'm just making a very basic. I've got some wraps on there. I've got a blade. About to do a hilt. And, we'll call it. I'm feeling good.
You feeling good?
Quick save time. Don't forget.
This is a good idea.
We've got JC Sculpture, not a huge fan of House of Dragons. So you guys should be able to get along.
It's, like I said,
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm just reiterating.
As per my previous email.
Yes. Oh, let's.
For those of you curious, all I'm doing here, actually, let me run through it right quick. I made this little tube for my handle, and I just polygrouped every other loop here, and then I split them by groups after I duplicated it.
You got to don't forget to do.
you got to duplicate the mesh, and then what I did is I took those. I'm on a view set like 8, to where the only thing I'm looking at is like the hilt and the blade, and I go to my dynamics, recalculate. Maybe I actually will inflate it just a little bit, but then you can just take this cloth pull with a contract on it. And this would actually work better if I would have edge looped all of these. But what I can do here, because it makes them thinner, but it makes it suck to the surface. So what I do is, in this instance, like, okay, I've got these cool wraps, but they're tiny. I'll go to Z Modeler, and then I'll just extrude the mesh border. See, like that. And so now I'm adding my edge loop in there, and then whenever I just give it an old tap, bit, it's gonna bip swimby.
It's swingy.
Swimby. Swimbinson's disease.
He's got a slip on a swimby.
And then you can just take your move tool, kind of scoot these guys around. I do a move topological, make them kind of interlace a little bit. And then I'll hit it with the old cloth sim again, and we'll be done. Just give it a tap. Boom. Look at that. See, it's wrapped up. That's fine. That's fine for a single sword. Joe Bob Briggs on Shutter Channel is my favorite thing ever. Dude, come on, let's hang out. That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in this stream. Because Joe Bob, man, I've been watching that dude since he was on like TNT whenever I was a kid. I think he's from Arkansas or like Texarkana or something like that. His drive-in show that he does now, God, it's like my favorite thing in the whole world, dude. I'll stay up till 5 a.m. watching that shit by accident.
Now tell us what that is for people who have no idea.
Okay, so Joe Bob Briggs is a basically, I think he got his start as a movie reviewer in the newspapers, like back in the 70s or 80s. And he had a show called Justice Help Me Out if I can't remember it. It wasn't called Monster Vision. I can't remember what it was called. It was on TNT. And it was basically like a drive-in TV thing to where he'd be like, okay, today we're showing some ridiculously old, crazy horror film. And he hits you with all of these like facts and ratings on it. He's like, yeah, we've got 10 dead bodies, one hooker with a knife, one decapitated head, and he rates it and he walks through it. And this dude is so eccentric that it's perfect. He's like Southern and eccentric. So he's like not on the spectrum eccentric, but the shit he pulls out is insane. He's like, did you know that in Venezuela they originated the term for it? It's like, the hell are you talking about? So he's got a show on Shudder now. And dude, it's called Joe Bob Briggs, The Last Drive-In. And I mean, he's been one of my favorite dudes for years and years and years. And, it's, okay, so let's say a movie is an hour and a half long. The show's going to be about 3 hours long. And they'll take intermissions. They'll have the directors in. They'll have a producer come in. They'll, Eli Roth will come in or whatever, and they'll talk about the film, or they'll talk about, and they're all like cult. I mean, now it's all like rare cult films, like cult horror films. I think they did the last one I watched was like Mother's Day, which is, a very infamously fucking weird movie. They do a lot of weird movies there, and it's your kind of TV for sure.
Okay.
It's the man shares. It's like a level of intelligence that I would strive for as far as horror goes, because this dude knows everything, man. I mean, he knows everything. No lie. He'd be like, they shot these on 35 millimeter lenses, but that was before 35 millimeter lenses were 35 millimeters, back in, and it's like, what the heck? It's like crazy, dude. And he'd be like, did you know that they only had an extra year on this set of this show? I mean, dude, it's insane.
I always love people who can have and carry that kind of deep knowledge on a subject.
Yeah, so.
And it's also like a little bit deeply weird.
Yeah, and I mean, he's been doing it for years and years and years, dude. Like I said, I was watching him on TNT whenever I was a teenager, if not way before that. So, I mean, he's a genius and an aficionado, like 100% an expert on horror films, and he's been in a couple of horror films, just because of that.
Because of his kind of like fame of knowing.
Yeah, so his whole deal is he's carrying on the the burden of not the burden the what's the word. The ritual of the last drive. Dude, he was in Casino, Justice. Dude, he was. He was in Casino. He was like the boonhick kid that just couldn't get it right because De Niro thought like he couldn't catch guys cheating on his slot machines or whatever. God, I forgot about that. Yeah, he was in Hogzilla. And Casino. Yeah, the sheriff's nephew. Yeah, you got it, man. See, look at this guy. He knows what's up, dude. This dude hangs out. Yeah. So, dude, I mean, hit up that Shutter. Go see some Joe Bobs, man. You will not regret it. I promise. The show is incredible. And whenever Shudder announced that, I think he's been doing it for, I don't know, 4 or 5 years now on Shudder. And dude, I've watched every episode of every season. The thing that's cool about it is, well, I mean, it's cool, but it's also, I don't know. It's whatever Shudder gets that month is kind of like up to him and is kind of, what am I trying to say? Like he delegates and/or features the movies that come onto Shudder.
He's a host.
The man's the host with the most, man.
He's
and plus, the theme song is great. It's so silly. It's silly and fun, Jared. Do you like silly and fun?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, dude? What are you talking about, bro? Come on, man. Don't do me like that.
You know I like silly fun.
Thank God.
I just watched the Munsters, Matt. I watched the Munsters for you.
And it's my fault. And I am going to watch it all tomorrow.
I watched that whole thing.
I'm so sorry.
And I like fun.
So, review out of 10 for what it is. How'd you feel about the Munsters?
I mean, out of 10?
I mean, for what it is. I'm not talking about against. I'm not talking about against like blockbuster crazy films. I'm just saying,
it's not like it's not Prey. For what it is, like a 6 or 7.
He didn't like it.
I liked it.
He didn't like it.
Does everything need a 10?
I'm just kidding. Everything needs a 10.
Everything needs to be a 10. No, it's fun. It's fine.
Yeah, I think I
watched
out right around like some of the whenever she's getting set up with like Nosferatu on the blind date. That whole like half an hour was hilarious. I was like, this is pretty funny, dude.
It's a
Like,
yeah, it's
like
very,
your kids can watch it, right? Like,
yeah, definitely.
it's pretty wild.
Yeah, I think it's like a silly work watch.
It's pretty fun. It's fun to have fun, and having fun is good. And those are the rules. Everybody knows the
I'm
rules.
okay with fun. I like to have fun.
Rules. Everybody knows the rules.
His face just keeps getting cooler. I think it's getting cooler.
Let's check it. Show me what's up.
Oh yeah, check it out. I'm doing that roll cage kind of idea.
Oh, nice, dude. Yeah, that's the thing with like these giant creatures. Like you can have all of these
Small.
intricacies that are like tertiary, and you wouldn't even recognize it until you're up there.
Yeah, all these like small details that you could just get lost in forever. I was thinking about that with all my like chains back here. Like you're never gonna see them.
Yeah, I mean, depending on the shot, It's always depending on the shot, Your Honor. All right.
Can you not hear the music?
No, dude, I haven't heard it all night. I heard it for like 1 second.
Heard it for a second. Interesting.
I heard it for 1 second.
Because it's from Over the Garden Wall right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, that cartoon was sweet.
Dude, I love that cartoon. And I want to like do something from that.
I know, man. I mean, Elijah Wood is a genius, and he didn't write it, but those are just the facts.
Good. And it's just like spooky and creepy and weird.
We're here to burgle your turds.
We're gonna burgle all the turds.
We're gonna burgle your turds.
Are we gonna burgle a turd?
We're gonna burgle a turt.
Turt.
A turt. Yeah, that's the episode.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah, they're gonna burgle the turt. Okay. Where we at? Still got the hilt, but at least I've blocked in the blade and the bands. Because this is like, you make 1 or 2 of these swords, they can become your inset or your insert mesh, and just stab them all in there. Who cares? Who cares? No one cares. I don't care. We are here to party. That being said, I'm tired of looking at swords. Let's go back to the man himself. All right.
I keep spinning around it, hoping that'll finish it for me.
Yeah, hoping that
around it.
Dude, that's whenever you know it's time to like call it a night. You're just like looking. You're like looking and looking and looking. Dude, I've had that so many times. You're like in render and you're just turning and turning and moving the light. You're like, when does it start to look good?
When does it stop?
When does it get better, Your Honor? All right, well, man, it's 12:30 my time. If you
okay,
call it.
let me. Why don't we see where you ended up. Why don't you show me? Show me.
Show you the meaning of being lonely.
Why don't you show
Okay.
me?
Well, this is where I got on my sword. I got my bands locked in here. I got a nice little base, and I got my blade. Nothing special. Still got to make the hilt, which ultimately could probably just duplicate this over and over. But where I ended up is right here. So, emphasize the secondary forms on the legs and the feet and the hands. Made my thinning adjustments to the wings, which I think adds a lot. Right, they were big and thick right here, and I just kind of went through, minimized that space in between. Other thing I did is on the panels here, popped in my hooks, tying them together. Still got to wrap this up right here. So last bit of design work is wrapping the thumb to the leather straps on the back and the leather strap connectivity to these wings here. There we go. So I'd say I've got about 5% design work left, 10% anatomy, and then rendering at this point after pose and some paint. But I'm feeling good about it, man. I mean, it's been a super kick-ass project, and we established
It's like overall, it's a very, very fun prompt. God damn, that's crazy, man.
I mean,
crazy.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's awesome, dude.
The flesh around the eyes, the spikes. I don't have enough spikes.
Yeah, I've got I'm ready to replace all these, and I've actually the very last thing I want to do. I don't think I'll commit, but Pinhead has the very organized grid of spikes. Yeah. I like the chaotic growth that I have. I'll probably keep it, but I will try it out just to see if it looks right. But dude, I think that I'm basically there. I mean, for a design model, Jesus, if I was working production and someone sent this over to me, I'd be like, holy fuck, all right. this is rock solid. Right? Like, same thing with yours, because I mean, some of the design models we send out to production, Justice knows, I'm sure, like it's like, you get like 3 days to work on something or 2 days, and it's like, hey, you get some sort of like a decent 2D render, and then the 3D model's like a wet noodle, and you're like, okay, well, we got to figure this out. So, dude, we have killed it on this project, man. I think we give it a pose and render it. That's what I think. I think we give it a pose and render it, dude.
Bold of you to think that I can pose this.
Bold of myself to think that I can pose this.
Bolded by it.
I'm not gonna back down though, dude. I'm gonna texture this shit.
He's gonna go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna texture it. I'll UV it this week and I'll texture it. I'll record the whole thing and show you guys how I do it. But it's gonna be dope.
Sick as hell, man. Sick as hell. I'm excited.
Thank you, bro.
Let me we'll slide in there and we'll wrap it up. Let's see. Today is just like a lot of tertiary detailing, finishing up the stitching. I managed to stitch up like one of those.
Oh, cool.
One of those samurai pants.
Bro, it's kind of hard to see with it being so dark on
I know, that's kind of cool.
There you, dude, look at that. Okay, I see you, bro. That's pretty tight.
Not a fan of some of what I did, but I'm just trying to move fast. And then also, like, it's going to get covered by another layer. So this layer, it's more important that I like design something cool. And then the rest has been chains and pins.
Dude, the pins on the back look great, dude. They look great.
Yeah, they help kind of look spiky.
It's such a weird fucking thing, dude. That is cool. It's very Hellraiser.
It's very Hellraiser.
To have that one little detail that you'll see like in one shot in the film, and you're like, oh, damn, that's weird. Like you see the character a lot, and then Butterball.
But then they turn around, or you see something else.
Yeah,
So then the rest, I'm going to do more of these pins and chains and swords kind of impaled down the tail.
I see you jamming some swords in there. I like it.
So I mean, like, I'm gonna definitely continue carrying this language down, because what I like is the kind of like triangle shape that looks like spikes.
Yeah.
But it's it's pins and chains.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
And then I did want to get your thoughts on this real quick. I was debating getting rid of the ears.
Okay, so I actually wanted to talk to you about this. You should, So pop the ears on, get rid of the membrane in between the horns. Whenever I took my fiver, honestly, I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, so I mean, dude, like your head looks so tight, but I just want to see it with and without options. Like pop the ears back on, like one with and one without, just to see some silhouette. Okay. So, I mean, honestly, like without, the thing looks evil as fuck. Like no joke. Without both of those things, it looks evil. And then pop on like the middle piece in between the horns.
Oh, the flesh sack thing. Man, nothing is organized in here.
Dude's got 100 subtools. Okay.
This part still needs. What I was thinking is taking a scan and like stretching it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so it looks like a dude is like flayed across.
Oh my God. Are you serious, bro?
Yes.
That is the most metal thing I've ever heard in my life.
It would be like,
dude, that is.
Just picture the head is kind of like here.
Oh my God, Jared, Jared,
but
that is the most incredible. That's the most incredible shit. Oh my God, I'm just imagining it now. Yeah, here, so drop the
scale right here.
I know, dude, I see it. Oh my God.
Then, it'd be maybe about like that.
Oh, wow. Winning.
So if I took this, and then also this character has a bunch of like sadomasochistic, flesh torn open kind of shit as well.
Oh my God, dude! I am just.
So I mean, like,
I'm stricken by it, dude.
If it looked like that, and he's like kind of flayed in there.
Yeah, because I was thinking about having like heads on spikes, but dude, having that on display, that is. I mean, dude.
So we definitely
that's pinnacle.
Definitely think, get rid of the ears then.
No. I don't definitely think get rid of the ears. I love the ears. I just wanted to see it with and without. And now you've told me the purpose of this. That negative space is, dude. It's that shit's perfect.
Okay,
leave the ears. Splay that dude out like flayed man medieval
totally,
style.
Totally flayed out. Yeah. Totally flayed out. I'm gonna take just some scan.
You're a genius.
Yes.
You are a genius, and you have won. You have won the Cenobite Dragon competition. You made it.
It's not over until it's over.
You did it, bro. You've got a flayed man on top of your Cenobite Dragon head.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, that is awesome.
I mean, right? Well, it's silly right now because he's wearing khakis.
That is not silly, dude. Just the idea is literally fucking incredible. That's like what an art director's looking for. They're like, hey, what's a Cenobite dragon? You're like, oh yeah, there's a bonus dude that's flayed up here. You know, I mean, come on, dude. That is amazing.
Shredded, like,
come on. Here, give me bucks. Give me a fistful of.
We're gonna.
That's what we like. Yeah, you nailed it, brother.
Oh, you're too silly.
You nailed it.
Well, thank you everybody for hanging out with us tonight as we progress on our Cenobite dragons. We're gonna keep working on these next week, or we might do something different. We don't know. Do you know? We don't know. If you have suggestions for things that we should sculpt, tell us.
Hit us up. Show us your sights.
I got new wheels on my chair, so I'm like very slip slidey.
Your boy got his. You got your wheels. Your tires rotated on the chair.
Yeah.
Oh, look at baby. Is that Simon back there, or is that Gilly?
Simon.
Who is that?
Simon's always here.
Dude, look at him, dude.
He is the protector.
So great. He's so great. Oh, I know he's the protector. That man is. He's aggro. 100%.
He will destroy you. He will destroy you. So if you have things that you want to see us work on, message us here. Is that Sub-Zero?
It's Reptile without a head.
Anyway, thank you to Lenovo, our sponsor, for sponsoring the stream and many other streams here at Gnomon. Thank you to Gnomon School of Visual Effects, the home of visual effects in West Hollywood, California. Thank you to my friend Matt Millard.
My man.
Thank you to all of you for joining us, and we will see you next time here on Creature Corner. We love you, and good night.